we've joked around a lot, and hopefully people are taking this with a grain of salt. But I do want to get a little bit serious, or dive into a more serious topic of Bill SB 617. Okay, which do you want to explain to people what it is?
What is that?
It's
I'm fairly new to that.
it's a bill that
tampon one.
No, that's not though. It's also not the one to pass National Kimchi Day. No, it's not that either because apparently we have more important things to worry about.
So basically, the gist of it is banning foreigners from buying real property in Hawaii. That's like, there's a lot more and it gets deeper, but like that's like the overall thing that people are supporting.
Yeah, and I know people were confused. I saw comments saying like, oh wait, so if I'm not from Hawaii, I live in the continental U.S., I can't buy land here. No, it's just about foreigners, like who aren't American,
right,
or who have U.S. citizenship. Because, and the problem with that is because most of these high rises and all these like big plots of land that are bought are from like Chinese investors and like these big foreign entities.
Konnichiwa.
Very, very Chinese of you
to say. Chinese, it's all good.
Yeah. But that's the problem, and then it increases the cost of living for people here. And there's these bidding wars where people are coming in with straight cash, and us locals can't afford that stuff.
Do you think that if they put all the people trying to have a bidding war in the same room, it would just be like, oh yeah, and there's people throwing fucking yen around?
Well, I'm happy you didn't say ching chong. That's progress.
It was in my head for the last 5 minutes. But thanks for being the guy to do it.
Oh, I saw your story post.
I don't know what you're talking about. He deleted that. He was like, "Wait," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, maybe not this one exactly."
Yeah.
I believe his words for, and this is a quote, so don't kill me or whatever. This is a quote from my friend C. Diesels. He said, and I quote, "Oh, so I can be Ching Chong, just not from Ching Chong land," unquote. That is the great C. Diesels, who can fucking bench like 550 pounds, probably. I don't know. He's big.
So you probably don't want to.
Beat him in a race, though. He'll beat you in a race, Cody.
He skips leg day.
I don't know. I don't look at his legs.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, he doesn't ever post his legs.
Does he have legs?
Are you in? C. Diesels not have legs? Top 10 things that I found out today.
Who is this C. Diesels guy? But I think it's a great bill. I saw you went to the Capitol to oppose it with another brother of ours, Aloha. Brendan called me up the other week to go to the Capitol when he was going to announce it. And he had a nice video that everybody reshared on social media announcing the bill. And then they had to vote on it recently. But there was so many people that testified that they had to push it back. So going there, because obviously you support it. Obviously, all Hawaiians should support it. You said, like, if you don't support it, you're probably anti-Hawaiian. Which, I mean, you ain't wrong. Like, why wouldn't you want that
in
bill?
the interest of, like, the Hawaiian people, what, you know what I mean? What makes you think that opposing the bill is something that Hawaiians want when's the last time there was that many testimonies for a bill? I don't know. I don't really keep track of this up until this point. But it sounds like it was a lot.
In our knowledge, not our lifetime, in our knowledge, it's the most ever. It's the record.
Yep. So statistically speaking, this bill should pass because the government's supposed to be for the people.
Exactly.
Apparently. So if that being said, if it doesn't pass, yes, the system's just failed again.
And it seems like it's futile sometimes because
it does in the grand scheme.
It makes so much sense, and then they deny it. Like, Brenton's been trying to put like so many bills through, and they just keep denying it. And it's like, it could be pettiness because maybe he voted no against somebody else's bill, or I don't know, there's other players that we don't know about, trying to, they have sway in the votes. Yep. There's so much that goes on. So I hope it passed, and it would be the right thing to do because a lot of places do that. I think
there's like
Canada had a problem because a lot of Chinese investors were buying up land. I don't know if they ended up banning it, but I think Lanai talked about that on his podcast.
What is it? Al Medeiros was on there on the Zoom call, and he like was like fucking listing off all the states that have passed something like that.
Yeah. I think Florida recently
Florida was
passed
one of
it.
them. You know, Florida, they're about their stuff a little bit, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't make sense why it wouldn't pass unless.
Well, you know, if it doesn't pass, then there's something going on.
Yeah, right. And now we see it.
Mm.
Because even if it doesn't pass, we see it now. We're aware. Because with social media, it's being blasted online, and Brenton's just heading this whole movement where it's like, here are the people that didn't want to pass it. Like, this is your government working for you. Working
As
for
it
you.
should be.
Yeah.
I'm ready to call out some politicians.
Yeah, and you might be getting into that space.
That might be one.
Did you want to make an announcement or something?